is another day and a new ranking. Today we're going to be doing my June palette ranking. We're going to be talking about all of the palettes that released in the month of June, at least the ones that I reviewed and the ones that I reviewed in April because I missed that one. We have 15 palettes here. We have a lot to get through. There were a ton of hits and a few misses as well. I'm excited to finally be sharing my thoughts with you on all of these launches. So let's go ahead and get into it. If this is your first time here, my name is Heather and I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you guys happen to love those things too, I really hope you will stick around, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notifications so you can be reminded of all my future uploads. So, as I said, I have 15 palettes here to get through, and there were some really good launches in April and June, and I'm excited to share my tops with you guys, but the bottom ones are kind of, they're not terrible, but they're not my favorite either. So starting with number 15, we have the Morphe Cyber Chrome palette. So this one isn't bad per se. Now, if you have oily lids, I don't know how well these mattes will work for you. They might wear off kind of quickly because they're not like the most pigmented mattes I've ever worked with, but I will say, like, for drugstore, they're not bad. The shimmers, if you just use them like this on a glitter glue or dry, they are pretty, but I have discovered, because of you guys in the comments, that since this is a baked formula, you can use them wet. And using them wet is actually the better option. The top swatch is wet and the bottom swatch is dry. And you can see they do look a little more like molten metal that way. But I would say if you plan on picking these up, just keep in mind what I said about the fading. And I would also consider that if you use them, I would do my eyes first because you do get fallout with these shimmers as well. I noticed that after I'd filmed my video with them, so I did want to mention that in this video. But I mean, they're not bad. They're just not the same great quality that I'm used to from indie brands. You know what I mean? I don't know. They're all right. And coming in at number 14 is the other one. This is the Skyfi Palette. Actually, I have these backwards. This was number 14. This one was number 15 because the pastels in this palette are not as good as the mattes in this other palette. These ones are a bit more patchy and not as pigmented. They are harder to work with. And this color story to me doesn't make sense. This shimmer doesn't make sense. It's more of like a satin, but it's light, so it really, I mean, it's dark, so it doesn't really make sense in a palette with these like light pastels. And you see what, they just look ashy. It's not, this one I don't recommend. And I'm not crazy about the shimmers in this palette either. They're not as good as the ones in this one, so they're not all made equal, so keep that in mind as well. So if you take anything from this, it's buy at your own risk. So coming in at number 13, we have the Dark Winter palette from Electrum Cosmetics. Now, the shimmers in this palette are really beautiful, really like reflective and shiny. I had a fun time with them. Like, they are truly just outstanding. But the reason I am ranking it lower is because I really do not care for this matte formula at all. It's not as pigmented and it's almost too like powdery, dusty in a way. And I don't know. There was just something about it. Because of that, I don't care for it. Almost like they just blend away these lighter shades. And they make it look a little gray. So here are the mattes, and as you can see, like, this one swatches pretty good. These two, they have too much white base or like gray and white base to them, for them to work as blending out shades, they end up muddying up these colors. So the color story, while it is beautiful, it just doesn't work, at least not in the way I like to do my makeup. If you want to like kind of see what I'm talking about, I recommend checking out my video. I do have videos on all of these palettes except for the next one because it's kind of an older palette. But yeah, so I don't recommend the matte formula, but like I said, I do really love the shimmer formula. Like, this one is insane. I just would love to see them work on their matte formula, but their shimmer formula is truly just next level beautiful. So for me, like, while I like the shimmers, the mattes were just a miss. I do like the deeper ones. It's just the lighter ones are a no-go, but if I pull something else in, I could see myself reaching for it again. Just keep that in mind. So this one is coming in at number 12, and it was gifted to me. But it is an older palette, so like I said, it's no longer available. But when I went to Christina's house and visited her, she gave me one of her really old, like one of her first palettes. This is the Virtual palette, and it's no longer available, and it does not have like her same formula that she has now, but I did like it, so I did want to include it and just ask if any of you guys have it too. But I would like to see her come out with something like this again, because I feel like it would be something cool to like round the brand off with. Just something with these bright pops. I know she had that Nueva Vida, but it was a collab palette as well, and it's no longer a part of her line. So I would like to see her come back out with something that's like a main part that is like really cool and bright like this. But I did take this with me when we went to Croatia together and Greece, and it was a nice little add-in for all the grungy palettes I brought with me on that trip, and I'm glad that I have it. Okay, so coming in at number 11, we have the Nomad America's Parks palette, and I love this freaking color story so much. It's giving the best fall vibes, and I love fall, so I am truly here for it. And I had a lot of fun creating the look that I did with this palette. I did a look with the 3 relaunches they did recently. I do have a code with Nomad as well. It is AOML, and it will save you 10%. It is affiliated, so if you use it, thank you so much. And also, I did get this one in PR as well. But like I said, I love this color story. So the reason I put this at number 11 is because the shimmers are just a little less sparkly than what I expect from Nomad. It's not a bad formula, but it's more of your standard shimmer formula. And while that's like fine, and I know some people actually prefer that, it is not what I prefer. I like the things that glitz and gleam, you know. I like the extra sparkle and the fun shimmers. So for me, this one was ranking, this one's just coming in a little lower, but it is still a beautiful palette, and one I'm still happy to have in my collection. It's just not a favorite. Now we are down to the top 10, and it goes without saying, these ones are my favorite. And coming in at number 10 is another palette from Nomad, and I got this one in PR as well. And we have the Berlin Underground. This one I was pleasantly surprised by. I actually had a lot of fun with this, and I love the matte formula, love the shimmer formula as well. I've heard they added more mattes. I did have the original and decluttered it because at the time I did not like cool tones, and I didn't like the palette, but I'm happy to say I love this one. I had no issues at all. I loved the look that I created. I've played with it since off camera as well, and loved that look as well, and I've truly love this one way more than I expected to. Honestly, I expected to love the America's Parks palette more, but this one, the shimmers just get me. Plus, I really like this color story as well because it's still giving you those fall vibes, but it also has that really beautiful cool tone twist that I am here for, and I think it's a blast. I'm so glad that they sent it to me and I was able to retry it. It just goes to show like how much your preferences and stuff change. Plus they put their new formula in it. Maybe that plays a part with it as well, but when I had it before, that was at the beginning of me like discovering my love for eyeshadow. So my technique has changed, my skill level has changed drastically, and you know, my preferences have changed as well. So that all that probably plays a part in it too. But at the time, I swore I hated everything gray and everything cool tone. So that definitely probably played a part, but I really love this one. But this one, coming in at number 9, is my favorite. And I did not mean for these to all be together. They just actually just ended up that way. But for the sake of me not sounding like a fool, we're going to call this a Providence palette. Or Province palette. I'm still sounding like a fool, aren't I? But I love this one. Out of the 3, it is my favorite, which really shocks me. And I don't know why, because I love these like more sunset-y types of color stories. And I love that they added this gray row in here. I think that really just adds a whole twist into this whole palette and makes it so much fun. But I love the look that I created with this one. This palette is so, look at me over here swatching the mattes. I just said in a video, which is already up, it's actually my cool tone palette ranking. And listen, I had so much fun in that video, not even just filming it, but even editing it. It was so much fun. You have to check it out if you haven't yet. But if I swatch a matte, you know I love it because my eyes always go to the shimmers. But I totally recommend this palette. It is so freaking beautiful. I had such a freaking good time with it. I just love it way more than I ever expected to. The shimmers in here are just 10 out of 10, chef's kiss, incredible. I just had a blast with it. I can't wait to see like what they're doing next. I just love them. I love like what the whole brand just represents as a whole, and I think they're so fun. I'm pretty sure I was off count, but coming in at number 7, we have the Electrum Cosmetics Adventure Time palette. I love how squishy this is. It just makes me so excited. Don't judge me, guys. I have issues, but I love this color story so much, and I have fallen in love with Electrum Cosmetics. So needless to say, I was super excited to get this one in my hands. And while I love it and I think it is great quality, it's not, I don't feel like it's as good as the Dexter or the Avatar palettes. And I don't know exactly why I feel that way, because the mattes are still like beautiful and blendable, and like these shimmers are so beautiful, but I don't feel like they're as beautiful as the other palettes. Maybe it's a preference thing, or just simply the color story doesn't call to me as much, because like I said, I had no issues, and I mean, you can clearly see those are like truly just so beautiful. But for some reason this one just doesn't call to me as much. I can say though, it is fantastic quality, and if you like it, I think you will love it if you decide to pick it up. But I don't know, it's just, I feel a little underwhelmed, but it could just be me. Number 6, this one was so fun, you guys. I love the looks that I created with this palette so freaking much. If you haven't seen my video, I really recommend you check it out, even if you're not interested in the palette, because I really think you could get a lot of fun inspiration out of this one. And it's the Glaminatrix Timeless Tones. This palette is freaking beautiful. The artwork is beautiful. I really like Glaminatrix a lot too. I actually just picked up both of their new palettes, their other neutral palette and the Turd palette, which I'm really excited to get my hands on. But I'm excited to review those too. But these shimmers are freaking next level. They're so beautiful. Honestly, this is such a #1 palette. The only reason I put it in this place is because I just simply like the other color stories more. Because, you know, as much as I love a cool tone, I'm a colorful lover at heart. But do you see this? These shimmers are so freaking beautiful. And just to know that she hand makes them is insane to think about. Like, she does such a great job, but I truly just think this one is so beautiful. And these more toppery shades, they're all colorful, so you get this beautiful pop of color in your look if you just simply add one of those. Plus you have these few bright pops right here, and I think this one is so phenomenal. I had such a fantastic time working with it. I think the formula in here is really great, both matte and shimmer. I did a full-on black and blue smoky eye and put this black shimmer all over the lid, and it was freaking delicious. I loved it. I loved it so much. I cannot recommend it more. Now we are down to my top 5, and these ones I truly recommend. There's not a single simple thing that I would change about any of them. They're fantastic. And the first one is coming from one of my favorite brands. Coming in at number 5, we have the Smoky Glam from Bella Beauty Bar. You guys know I love them so much. So this one is beautiful, and I actually do have the original as well, and out of the two I prefer the new one. I love the formulas in here. I love like these mauve tones in the more berry shades with these more muted tones in the gray and the black and the white, which really gives you the dimension, which you guys know I love with my whole heart. But these shimmers are outstanding. I did buy her new neutral palette, and I can't wait to get it in my hands. I'm excited. So I am waiting on the palette from Bella Beauty Bar and the one from Glaminatrix. And after I get done doing looks with them, I am going to do a video ranking all of my indie neutral palettes in my collection, because I thought that could be really fun too. I'm constantly having people ask me about like what my favorites are, so I thought that could be really fun. But look at these freaking shimmers, you guys. This top one is so like drop dead gorgeous, so beautiful. But this one, Silk Teddy, even looking at this makes me want to use it again. Oh, it's so beautiful. And I thought I just did an updated Bella Beauty Bar ranking, and I actually haven't in a while. So I'm thinking after I review that palette, maybe I will do another one. But this is just truly beautiful and phenomenal. If you are into these tones, I think you will like this palette. To me, this is giving like wedding vibes, but amped up. It's so beautiful. I actually recently had someone ask me what they should use for like their baby shower makeup. This would be a really good one, honestly. Really good. Now this one was a pleasant surprise. So coming in at number 4, we have Kamia, I think is how you pronounce it, but Tamia Cosmetics and the Frosted Fairy Prismatic palette. This one was really fun. I had so much fun with it. I love the color story. I really enjoyed the matte formula, the shimmers. The shimmers are beautiful, but since I showed you those other mattes, let me show you the difference between those pastels and these ones. I mean, these aren't full-on pastels, but those weren't either. But they are still like bam in your face pigmented. But the shimmers are so beautiful. I loved the looks that I created with this one, and this is one of those palettes that really shocked me, and I really cannot wait to pull it back out again because I love the looks that I created with this so much. This shade, Aurora, is so wet looking and beautiful, and then you have Angel. Now I will say, if you don't like those formulas that are more flaky, you can tell by this shade right here that it does have like more texture to it. So just keep that in mind. But personally, I do like those formulas as well because I do feel like they are more impactful. Like, do you see that? It's sickening. Like, nothing should ever be allowed to be this good. Willow is really good too. Oh, Willow is so good. It's like sea foam, pink, gold goodness. Oh, it's so delicious. This one was really good, and I can't wait to pick up something else from them. I'm just waiting for their next launch. This one, you guys know I love blue, but blue and green are two of my top favorite colors, and jasmine is gorgeous. Like, there's so many beautiful shimmers in this palette that honestly I cannot even pick a favorite because they're all just so impeccable. Like, chef's kiss. Honestly, like, I haven't been this excited about trying a brand since I tried Electrum Cosmetics, and you guys know how much I love them. I fell in love with them from the moment I like first tried the Morphe palette, and just was blown away, truly. But I am blown away by this one as well, and the packaging on this one is really nice too. Like, the artwork is really pretty. It's magnetic pans and everything. Like, they really did a really good job. I don't know how I haven't heard about them sooner, but I am grateful that I've heard about them now. But as good as that one is, these top three are the three that I love so much, and two of them I really expected to love, but this one was a new brand as well, and it also blew me away. And out of all of the new brands I've tried this year, this one surprised me the most, and it is Davini Beauty, and we have the Mingo palette. This is freaking phenomenal, you guys. If you are on the fence about trying this brand, this is me. I'm here to tell you, take the leap, and trust me, you will be grateful. These mattes are really nice. Like, it's one of those like really rich, buttery types of matte formulas, kind of similar to Unearthly. Really love them. These, and they're so beautiful. So like richly pigmented, but easy to work with and blend. Like, they're gorgeous. Let's do this hot pink too. Like, that's one swatch. They're wonderful. But as much as I love the mattes, you guys know it's the shimmers. So we have so many good ones. Pretty in Pink. It's like so soft, but has this like really beautiful soft gold flip. And then Guana. I love those types of shades. This one is a little bit more of a flaky formula. It's called BB. It's just like a really pretty white. And then we have a hot pink. And then the shade in the middle is kind of like one of those marbled shades. But man, it is stunning. I love it so much. You can really see all those shades mixed in. And then the last one is called Green Bay, and it's also one of those more like flaky types of formulas. But there they are, and they are just so beautiful. Sometimes when I go back farther, you can see them better. But I just really had so much fun with this. I feel like it's such a beautiful, cohesive color story, and so many fun looks to be had. I like that they did, there's a lot of pink, but so many different undertones of pink, and I love the added peach with the red, because pink and red and peach and red are so fun together. And it just really makes it to where you could take this in so many different directions, and this beautiful pop there as well. This is a freaking brilliant color story, and I had a blast. Look at that on there. So the next two palettes, not only are they my top two for June and May, but they are probably two of my top favorite palettes for the year so far. And coming in at number 2, we have the Mocha Moment from Gourmand Girls. Listen, this one really just blew it out of the water for me. I love this so much, and you guys know I am such a colorful lover at heart, but there's something about this one that is just so special. And I've always loved Gourmand Girls formula. I love their matte formula. I love their shimmer formula, but there is something about these shimmers that are just freaking next level. They are so good, but not even that. This color story is so good. This is the perfect neutral palette with a twist. I could not recommend this more. It is so fun. And if you find yourself drawn to this in any way, I truly think you will love it. These shimmers are insane. And I've said it in a few videos already if you've watched like my video where I talked about this palette or my cool tone ranking, but this palette dethroned my favorite neutral palette of 5 years. And man, she just did it so well, and I could not love it more, honestly. It's just so good. And I did get this one in PR as well, but these shimmers are so outstanding. They are so reflective. Like, I've never... I actually have this on my eyes today as well. I did film this look as a reel, and it's 2 minutes long, so I don't think I'll be able to put it up on YouTube, but I will be putting it up on Instagram soon if it's not up already. So if you're not following me over there, you might want to be. But do you see that? That's what I wanted from that Morphe palette, but didn't get it. You know what I mean? So instead of buying that, I recommend you buy this one because it is freaking phenomenal. And the way they did this color story, there's like, even though it's 18 pan, like there's bigger palettes in the world, you know. There's so many different looks that you can create with this. I've already created 4 myself. I created 3 in my video, but there are still so many more looks to be had, and it's just such a fun palette, and I think they did such a great job. It's one I'm so happy to have, and I love it. I think it's perfect. Now it is time to show you my number 1 palette. And I know a bunch of you probably already know what it's going to be. But as I've said probably several times throughout this video, I am such a lover of all things color. So there's no way I couldn't give it to the Ocean Jewel. This might be one of my favorite palettes of the year as well. It's gonna be up there. I know it is. It's just so freaking beautiful. When I saw this, I was gone. Where was I? I think I was in Croatia with Christina, the owner of Gourman Girls. And I literally just audibly gasped. Like, it is so beautiful. Give me a vivid, honey, and I am sold. And these bright pops, and let me tell you, nobody does a bright pop like Bella Beauty Bar. They are so pigmented, like bam in your face pigmented. But you put these bright pops with some of these shimmers, and I am sold. That's one swatch. Do you see that? That's sickening. Look at those vivids. They're so beautiful. But this matte, I mean this shimmer, gets me. Oh, it's so inky and gorgeous. I cannot even freaking stand it. Like a smoky eye with some of these other mattes blended out with one of these like brighter shades at the very edges. And then this on the lid. Oh, I want to do that so bad. I just now saw that look in my head. Or I would have done that during my video reviewing. But that one's beautiful. And then we have Mother of Pearl, which you know I'm a sucker for a hollow. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is a hollow. It's so... Oyster is so pretty too. And I mean, I know I'm showing you guys swatches, but I love live swatches. They're so fun. And I don't want to ever take them out of my videos because I know most of you like them as well. But I just love this palette. It's so beautiful and bright and fun. And I mean, of course, you're going to have to be a person that likes bright things to love this palette like I do. But like I said, I love all things bright and colorful. So this was literally like made for someone like me. And I think they did such an amazing job. They're just one of those brands for me that never miss, and I'm always so hyped up for all of their launches. I have not missed a Bella Beauty Bar launch in over 2 years now. I just think they're so phenomenal, and they're one of my top favorite brands of all time. They always rank so high in my ranking, and I just freaking love them. Honestly, I'm excited to try their neutral palette as well, but I don't know if anything's gonna top this one. Not a neutral palette, because this is phenomenal. Well, you guys, this was fun. I really miss doing my ranking in April. I always love these videos, and I always love hearing what you guys picked up or what you're using, even if you didn't pick anything up. I just like hearing what you guys are into and what your thoughts are on all of the new launches. But thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way till the end. It really does mean so much to me, and I appreciate you spending your time with me almost every day. But don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and check out my Cool Toned palette ranking video. That one was so fun, you guys. But until next time, bye.